Yo, what is up, everybody? Jumping here, and today I'm going to be bringing you a gameplay for the new Reckoning DLC of Mass Effect 3. This is going to be showing off one of the new blacklisted M-7 weapons, the M-7 Lancer. Guys, this Lancer is a lot of fun. I was kind of surprised by this weapon. Alright, so let me go ahead and start this off by telling you my weapon mods and a brief history about this gun. The first thing is that for the weapon mods, I'm using the high velocity barrel, I really like that, and the extended magazines. For any type of regenerating ammo gun, extended mags are a must. Now for the history, this Lancer gun comes from Mass Effect 1. It's the very first assault rifle that you actually get in Mass Effect 1. Now, I don't really think a lot of people ever really use it much in that game, but it is something that is really cool that they decided to bring it back. Now, one last thing I wanted to bring up in this gameplay is that if you guys want to see something really cool, you can go to DK's channel. And on his channel, I will put a link in the description and the annotations. If you go on his channel, you can actually find a gameplay of me using this gun for the first time. Like literally, I just unlocked it, I used it, and we were thinking about using that video, or at least I was thinking about using that video for this one, but then I decided not to use it because, I mean, how am I supposed to sit here and do a commentary about this gun, you know, acting like I know everything about it, when I only played with it one time? I mean, that just doesn't really make sense to me, so instead, I went ahead and played with it multiple times just to get the feel for it. And now I can actually sit here and explain everything about it to you guys, especially if you don't have it, which I'm sure a lot of you don't because it is an ultra rare. But like I was saying, if you want to check out that gameplay, it's a live commentary. It's pretty entertaining, that's for sure. And you get to pretty much hear my reaction and initial thoughts of the gun as I play and start to figure it out a little bit. So it is pretty interesting, so definitely go check that out. Anyway, let's go ahead and start talking about this gun a little bit. So like I said initially, that this is a gun from Mass Effect 1, that's the way it works, the way it does. Now the first thing you might notice about this gun is that it has regenerating ammo, just like the Collector SMG, and you guys know how much I absolutely love the Collector SMG. Such a good gun. I mean, it shoots fire explosions and cryo explosions. Yeah. Now, if you go on DK's channel and you watch the initial gameplay with this gun, I think at one point in that video, I figured out that there's a secret to this gun as well. I was able to, I believe, Wave 9, spawn a teammate. Really amazing. Alright, but all joking aside, guys, this gun is really good. And I think it has potential to be one of the best assault rifles in the game. Oh god, and right here I was so pissed. Fuck you! Ah! You guys might be wondering why I did the video just do that. Well, that's because my caption card, not my computer, but my caption card messed up again in this video. And when it messed up, I had to literally restart my computer because when my caption card messes up, it will definitely freeze my computer. So I have to literally restart my computer in the middle of the game, stand still for a little while. Unfortunately for my teammates this round, they all died, but one other, I was actually playing with this one guy in here. His name's Mr. Nice Guy. He is a pretty nice guy, and it's pretty wicked. He's going to be using the Gef Juggernaut, and honestly, guys, having a Gef Juggernaut on your team is so helpful. I mean, it's so good, especially against Cerberus, because they can just grab those annoying phantoms and hold them in place while you blow them away. And on top of that, Gef Juggernaut, great for doing the objectives, eats a lot of damage for his teammates. I really still like the Gef Juggernaut, so if you guys want to play with him all day, every day, go right for it. I really don't have a problem with that. But anyway, I was getting a little off subject. Like I said, so my computer froze this gameplay. aka also my capture card messed up. I hope this will stop happening, but I have a feeling it's not going to stop happening, and it really is, well, it's a headache. In this game, when it happened and I realized it happened, I screamed. That's why I had the little like super rage troll moment there, because that's how I felt. I was so pissed. But you know, I don't know. I'm over it. But unfortunately, I think you didn't get to see the rest of Wave 3 or any of Wave 4. So I'm sorry, guys, but in the long run, it's really whatever, because it just saves some time for me having to talk for 25 or 6 minutes. So I don't really mind it too much. But anyway, let me get back to this gun, because that is why you guys are probably watching this video. Alright, so the Lancer. Like I was saying, I really like this gun. It works a little bit like the Collector SMG. The only real difference is that it's an assault rifle, and honestly, it is very powerful. I still, to this day, think the Collector SMG is just super duper weak. Just way too weak for me to really even enjoy it. So, this gun, a lot of people, or at least I heard about this, some people have been saying that the Lancer is basically the Cerberus Harrier, but with a lot more ammo. Now, would I agree with that? To be quite honest, I would kinda. Like, not 100%, because the two guns are totally different. But they do have some, well, stat-wise, or really damage-wise, it's pretty awesome. Now, if you can't tell, I'm using the Turian Ghost. And the Turian Ghost is the best person in this game to use for assault rifles. And he makes every assault rifle really good. But I can honestly say that, although, yes, he makes every assault rifle really good, I really do feel like the Lancer is just really good even outside of him. With the Turian Ghost, it's really easy to never have ammo problems. I think in this game, I'm going to have like a couple times where I might have a little bit of ammo problems. But generally, I have had like 0 ammo problems. You know, maybe once or twice a game. But that is actually a rarity. Like, this game was actually, I think, maybe the first games. It was the first game where I actually had to go through that process maybe more than one time. It is so easy to control. So easy to control the ammo with this gun. It really is. Especially on something like an infiltrator like the Turian Ghost. Anything with powers can greatly benefit. Just like the Collector SMG, because that's really what the Collector SMG did that shined. Was that you could use that gun on something that was really power based. So you would spam your powers and just shoot them just a little bit, and you never had to go through the process of actually reloading. This gun is a lot like that, but, well, it's honestly a lot stronger and most definitely, I think, better. So, there you go. Now, if you were to stack this against the Cerberus Harrier, I'll go ahead and give you that example. If you were to put this against the Cerberus Harrier, the Harrier has more damage and higher fire rate. Now, one thing you have to consider too, this gun is only at level 1. And it's a little bit hard to judge only because my Harrier is at level 7. See what I'm saying? But I still think at the end of the day, if you were to compare a Lancer 10 to a Harrier 10, I think that the Harrier would probably still have higher DPS and higher overall damage than the Lancer. But what the Lancer lacks in fire rate and damage, it makes up for big time in its capacity. That is the thing. Even if you hate the whole idea of regenerating ammo, maybe you were like me, you hate the Collector SMG, all these kind of guns like that. This gun is so easy to control, especially on like something like the Turian Ghost, that it is absolutely amazing. It really becomes such a good gun. And like I said, it's not too far off from actually being like a Cerberus Harrier. It's pretty freaking powerful. I hope you can see. It mows down enemies really quickly. Now, one thing about this Lancer, guys, is that I can honestly say this with a lot of confidence. I really do think that this gun will be extremely effective on Platinum. Probably one of the best assault rifles, if not potentially the best assault rifle for Platinum. Now, another really good assault rifle for Platinum is the particle rifle. The main reason is high DPS and, well, regenerating ammo. it's really nice when you don't have to worry about ammo. Platinum, one of the biggest, stupidest things that Platinum does is that it doesn't give you full ammo. You only get half ammo out the box. So because of that, it can be really annoying trying to use something like the Cerberus Harrier. Is the Cerberus Harrier usable on Platinum? Oh hell yeah, but it's definitely annoying. I don't think anyone would disagree with me on that. You run out of ammo very quickly and you only get half the ammo out the box. So you tend to run out of ammo a lot. So a gun like this is so perfect for Platinum because it's a lot like the Harrier, but it regenerates its own ammo and it's pretty easy to control. So that is something that is fantastic about this gun. Now the particle rifle would still have more than likely higher DPS, but if you don't like the particle rifle, or you don't really like waiting for it to rev up to its maximum speed / damage, then this is definitely the gun for you. I really enjoy it. I really do. I think it's a lot of fun. I love the fact it's from Mass Effect 1. I actually really like the idea of the regenerating ammo on the Lancer because it's like Mass Effect 1. Now don't ask me, I've always wondered this myself, but I really don't give a fuck, honestly guys, so I'm not saying, oh, comment and tell me why. But it was always really funny to me how from Mass Effect 1 to Mass Effect 2, they switched over to thermal clips, and I know why they did it, obviously. The real reason was because they just wanted to change it up a little bit. Make it so that it was more action-based where you get covered, you reload, you poke out, you shoot the enemies. It's all good. But just the whole idea that thermal clips are better technology than a regenerating ammo, come on now. It's ridiculous. It's almost like in the Mass Effect universe, the technology downgraded, not upgraded. So I always thought that was really funny, and I'm sure a lot of people always kind of scratch their head on that, like, why would technology downgrade in the Mass Effect universe? It's whatever though. But I really like the idea that they bring back that novelty of Mass Effect 1 with this gun. And it just has a really good amount of DPS, damage, everything like that. Now, one thing I will say that I have noticed with this gun, and now this is on the Turian Ghost, and this is a Turian we're talking about. When I use this gun, I feel a little bit of recoil. It's not much, but then again, I'm a Turian. So, I haven't really tested this outside of the Turian Ghost, to be quite honest. I mean, if I'm going to use an assault rifle, 9 times out of 10, I'm just going to strap on the Turian Ghost, especially when I'm just trying to play for maximum damage and everything like that. Turian Ghost is the way to go for all assault rifles. And now the new Infiltrator, the Alliance Infiltration Unit, will be that for shotguns. So, there you go. Now, one thing, like I was saying though, is that what I've noticed with him is that there's this little bit of recoil. So what that tells me is that if I'm getting a little bit of recoil on a Turian, more than likely outside of a Turian, I would think that the other races would have like some pretty serious recoil, and that would be kind of lame. So that is something to think about. If you're going to try this on the other classes, you might literally have to put on either the stability weapon mod or the equipment. Something along those lines. I don't know how bad it is, but I would imagine that it would definitely have recoil. And honestly, when I heard about this gun the first time, I heard it from the BioWare people in their live stream. I didn't watch much of the live stream, but from what I seen, I actually was able to catch the part where I heard them talking about the Lancer. And they were like, yeah, it's the gun from Mass Effect 1, blah, 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 blah. Now, one thing that they said, which now I'm like, what the hell? They did no justice to this gun. They really did not. Because when I heard what they said, I was like, that sounds really dumb. They said that the Lancer was like the Avenger. I mean, it looks exactly like the Avenger, let's be honest. So maybe that's what they were talking about. But what they said was, it's a lot like the Avenger, but with a little more damage. And when I heard a little more damage than the Avenger freaking sucks. Like, anything is better than the Avenger, so what does that mean? Does this gun if this gun is just a little bit better, this gun probably is gonna suck. But once I got my hands on it, you know, believe me, they were really, really wrong. But the other thing they also said was that it was gonna have a little bit more damage than the Avenger and was gonna have recoil, a lot more recoil than the Avenger. And being that the Avenger actually does have recoil, you know, that makes you kind of think. So, like I said, that's something to remember and look out for, is the whole thing about the potential bad recoil on this gun. I don't really know, only because I've been playing with it on the Turians and all that. So, keep that in mind. But, yeah, so that's a lot about this gun, honestly. Like, overall, like I said, if you're going to stack it against the Harrier does have more damage, better fire rate, and it actually does have higher accuracy. That's another stat that it dominates this gun in. What this gun gets that's better is definitely the capacity and the weight. So obviously putting this on something maybe that is more power based is a good idea, because once you get this to 10, this thing will definitely have probably really low weight. So you might be wondering, why am I comparing it so much to the Cerberus Harrier? Well, besides the fact that they both work a lot alike when it comes down to just, well, rapid fire, bullets, things like that. The main reason why I'm actually comparing it is because I really am starting to believe, just from playing with this just a little bit, that this assault rifle is potentially the second best assault rifle in this game now. I would still give the edge to the Harrier, but slightly, to be quite honest. I really, really love the whole regenerating ammo. I think that that is something that is so nice. It's so easy to control. Now, if you were to strap this onto like a Turian marksman, that's not a very good idea. That is something I would not recommend, because guns like this with the regenerating ammo is all about trying to control it so that you don't actually run out. Now, the particle rifle has so much ammo in it that, of course, yeah, strap it to a marksman, there you go, it's great like that. But with this guy, no. Or with this gun, that is, no. You don't, it's just like the Collector SMG, it's really freaking easy to actually run out of ammo, and it is lame if that happens. Now, I haven't talked about this in the gameplay. Maybe you've seen it, maybe you haven't if you haven't been paying attention. But one trick you can do with all guns like this, if you actually do run out of ammo, and you get into the animation to actually recharge it or whatever, if you pop one of your thermal packs, it will totally cancel the animation and start regenerating the ammo immediately. So that's a very nice trick. So with a gun like this, what that means primarily is that you can run out of ammo 5 times and you're good to go, because as long as you have thermal clips, then just go ahead and use one and you'll start regenerating the ammo. And then in the process of it regenerating, go ahead and with like this Ghost, for example, go ahead and maybe pop a stim pack so that you can get some damage bonus and some extra shields. Go ahead and cloak, overload, and by the time you do all that, you should be fan-freaking-tastic to go and start unloading on the enemies. That's the main reason why it's so easy to control on him, is because you have all these things. You want to use stim packs a lot, you're going to want to cloak a lot, you're going to want to use overload a lot, and all those things combined makes this a very fun and enjoyable weapon. I absolutely love it, guys. If I was to rank this on at this point, if I was to rank this from a 1 to 10, I would definitely give this a 9. I would say Cerberus Harrier would probably be a 10, but this is something that is pretty close to it. I mean, I don't know. Like, I've been having so much fun with it. I can see myself using this quite a bit and trying to make it work on a lot of different builds. The only thing I'm not too positive about, honestly, is the recoil. If you wanted to try this outside of a Turian, you might have some recoil issues, but all that can be pretty easily fixed by simply just going ahead and, well, putting on either the stability weapon mod or maybe putting the equipment on, something like that. I mean, it's a pretty easy fix. Now, I wanted to remind you guys this one last time. If you want to see that one gameplay I was talking about when I first unlocked this gun and I used it for the first time, you can go on DK's channel. The link is in the description, it's in the annotations, all that goodness, and you can go and watch that. It's a live commentary. It's probably pretty fun and maybe funny, who knows. And yeah, you get to see my initial reaction to it and all that. You guys should also definitely subscribe to DK. Alright, so right here, this is going to be the extraction wave. We're almost done. My teammates, if you guys were wondering, 2 of the guys in this gameplay were total randoms, and at this point it's like, time to go get Lone Survivor, because I don't think that Juggernaut's going to make it. But anyway, guys, I really hope you have enjoyed this, so please like and favorite this video for me, subscribe to me and DK, all that good stuff, and have a very nice day.